80% of men over 60 experience some form of erectile dysfunction. But here's the part most men never hear: the cause may begin with your morning cup of coffee. You drink it every day. It seems harmless. You probably feel like it even helps with energy. But what if your usual coffee is quietly robbing you of performance? What if with just one simple change that coffee could become a powerful ally for your energy, testosterone, and even blood flow in the bedroom? There's one natural ingredient sitting in most kitchen cabinets that can turn your daily brew into a tool for stronger circulation and better vitality. And no, it's not a supplement, not a medication, no weird gimmicks or expensive kits. Just one forgotten powder, with an impact some urologists are now calling quietly game-changing. Let me explain why this matters more than ever after age 60. As we grow older, testosterone slows down. That can make you feel tired, lower your sex drive, and kill your motivation. But here's what many men don't realize: testosterone is just one piece of the puzzle. The real driver behind performance issues after 60? Blood flow. To get and keep an erection, your body needs to send blood to the right areas. That depends on nitric oxide, a chemical your body naturally produces. It's like the green light signal for your blood vessels to open up. But with age, stress, and diet, your body makes less and less of it. That means less blood flow, slower response times, and less reliability overall. And it's not just about intimacy. Reduced nitric oxide is linked to higher blood pressure, worse circulation, even an increased risk of heart disease and diabetes. So what do most guys do? They either do nothing or they go straight for pills. Pills might mask the symptoms, but they don't treat the underlying problem: weak blood vessels and low nitric oxide. What if the real fix doesn't require a doctor at all? Keep watching, because in just a moment, I'll share what happened when a group of men over 60 in a European trial added a small amount of one natural powder to their morning coffee and reported sharper thinking, more energy, and better blood flow in less than 30 days. No side effects, no medications. And it's something you can start doing tomorrow morning. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most men think performance decline is all about low testosterone. But listen to what experienced urologists are saying. While testosterone matters, the critical trigger for erections is blood flow. And blood flow depends on nitric oxide. Imagine your arteries are like rubber hoses. When you're young, they're soft and flexible. But with age, they stiffen. Buildup starts. Think of it like rust inside an old pipe. Less flexibility, more resistance. When nitric oxide drops, your blood vessels don't widen the way they used to. That's when trouble starts. Erectile issues, lower energy, and slower recovery after exercise, all signs of poor circulation and nitric oxide loss. Now, let's get back to your morning coffee. Most people drink it for the caffeine. And yes, caffeine gives you a short-term boost. But here's the overlooked part: coffee is the perfect delivery system. If you add the right compound, coffee goes from just a quick wake-up to a long-term health booster. That's where this one ingredient comes in. It's raw cocoa powder. I don't mean hot chocolate mix or the sweetened kind in a packet. I'm talking about raw, unsweetened cocoa, the same kind used in baking. Deep, rich, slightly bitter, and packed with compounds called flavonoids. Flavonoids are the magic behind cocoa powder. In simple terms, they help your blood vessels relax and widen. That boosts circulation and helps your body produce more nitric oxide naturally. In fact, one study from the University of California found that when older adults added flavonoid-rich cocoa to their diet, they saw real improvements in blood pressure and blood flow in just a couple of weeks. It's not some new discovery either. Populations that consume more flavonoid-rich foods like raw cocoa tend to have better artery function and lower rates of heart problems, even as they age. But here's where it really helps men over 60. Flavonoids don't just help with circulation. They fight inflammation. That matters for prostate health. They reduce oxidative stress, which affects hormones. And some research suggests they can lower cortisol, the stress hormone that blocks testosterone. So you get a triple benefit: better blood flow, less inflammation, and more support for free, usable testosterone, all from a powder that costs less than $1 a day and lives right in your kitchen cabinet. And yet, most people are afraid of cocoa. Why? Because they associate it with chocolate candy bars, sugar, fat. But pure cocoa powder is nothing like that. It has almost no sugar. It's very low in fat. And it's packed with blood boosting antioxidants. Think of it like this. Most people walk past the most powerful blood flow supporter in the grocery store and never realize it. They look for miracle pills. They buy complicated supplement stacks. And all the while, a spoonful of raw cocoa is sitting there, ignored in aisle 4. I know all of this might sound almost too simple to work, but let me tell you the story of Ken. Ken is 67, a retired electrician, married for 40 years. He came to his doctor with the usual signs: less energy, more fatigue after lunch, and things in the bedroom weren't working quite the way they used to. His blood work was mostly okay. His doctor offered him medication. But Ken wanted to try one simple thing first. He heard about the potential of cocoa powder through his son, who works in wellness. So Ken did one small change. He started stirring 1 tablespoon of raw cocoa into his black coffee every morning. No sugar, just black coffee and cocoa. He said it made the coffee taste richer, like dark chocolate. And he stuck with it. Week 1, he felt a little sharper. Fewer energy crashes in the afternoon. Week 2, his walks got easier. His joints didn't ache as much. Week 3, something shifted. As Ken put it, I just felt more like myself again. By month 2, even his wife asked what he was doing differently. According to Ken, it was the most effortless change he ever made, but maybe one of the most powerful. And here's the best part: the science backs him up. In a study published in the medical journal Circulation, researchers found that high flavanol cocoa significantly improved how the inner lining of your arteries works in just 1 week. Other studies show cocoa enhances insulin sensitivity, which helps balance blood sugar and is essential for healthy testosterone levels too. It's not magic. It's just giving your aging body the nutrients it needs to function like it used to. All we're doing is removing blockers and replacing them with natural builders. Tomorrow morning, try this. Brew your usual cup of coffee. Before you drink it, stir in 1 teaspoon about the size of your thumb of raw, unsweetened cocoa powder. That's it. Do it daily. No sugar. If you want sweetness, use something like monk fruit or stevia. Don't expect a lightning bolt on day 1, but within a week or 2, most men feel the shift. Sharper thinking, more steady energy, and yes, a clear improvement in performance and reliability where it matters most. This isn't hype, it's chemistry. It's the blood vessels. It's nitric oxide. And it all begins with what's in your morning cup. Most men are looking for complicated solutions. But raw cocoa is a simple one. It's safe. It's backed by research. And you can try it tomorrow without spending a penny on prescriptions or pills. So if you're over 60 and want to reclaim some of what age has slowly taken, start with 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder in your coffee. It could be the easiest upgrade you ever make. And here's the best part: there's a second step after cocoa that could take things even further. But that is for another video. For now, your challenge is simple. Commit to 30 days. Add just this one change to your routine. And if you feel the difference, which I think you will, subscribe and keep watching. Because better circulation, better energy, and a better you are just beginning. Now, let's talk about why this simple habit works and how you can get the most out of it. You see, when you stir cocoa into your coffee, you're doing more than just making it taste richer. You're creating what some nutrition experts call a synergistic combo. That means the caffeine from coffee and the flavonoids in cocoa don't just work separately, they enhance each other. Caffeine helps your body absorb the flavonoids faster. It's like cocoa already has the power, and caffeine holds the key. Together, they may help stimulate the release of nitric oxide more efficiently, leading to wider, more flexible blood vessels. One doctor in a Swiss cardiovascular study compared it to greasing the pipes, but from the inside out. Not just unclogging, but making the system more elastic, more adaptable. And when your blood vessels are healthier, it affects everything. Your brain gets more oxygen. Your muscles recover faster. Your heart beats stronger. And circulation improves where you need it most as a man. Now, if you've ever walked into your kitchen, stared at all the supplement bottles, and wondered which one is actually doing anything, this will feel refreshingly different. Because there's nothing to measure or remember. No pills to carry. No cycle to stick to. It's just you, a cup of hot coffee, and a spoonful of cocoa. That's it. And in a world that keeps trying to overcomplicate health, simplicity is powerful. But let's go even deeper. There's another reason cocoa may work so well for men over 60. It's not just about blood flow or testosterone. It's about how your body handles stress. When you're younger, your system can take a hit of bad diet, poor sleep, and bounce back. But as you age, stress has a bigger impact. It lasts longer. It chips away at your ability to focus, rest deeply, or enjoy intimacy the way you used to. Here's what's interesting. Some studies suggest flavonoids in cocoa may help regulate your nervous system response under stress. They may reduce how much cortisol your body pumps and keep levels more balanced throughout the day. Cortisol is commonly called the stress hormone, but here's what most men don't hear: high cortisol can block testosterone. It can steal your motivation, your drive, and even impact your sleep cycle. So by supporting cortisol balance, cocoa might actually help your body create the right hormonal environment for energy, clarity, and even confidence. It's like giving your engine a cleaner fuel with fewer knocks and less friction. Now, if you're thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm not exactly a health nut, let me say this. You don't need to be. You don't need to weigh your food or do yoga at sunrise. You just need to be consistent with one small change. And it's not about being perfect either. Some days you'll miss it. That's okay. What matters is building a rhythm, making it so automatic that you don't even think about it. Can the retired electrician I mentioned earlier? He told me something that stuck. He said, I knew I wasn't 30 anymore, but I didn't want to feel like I was 90. He wasn't chasing a miracle. He just wanted to feel good again. Present. Capable. And now he wakes up looking forward to his morning coffee. Not just for the caffeine, but because it feels like he's giving something back to his body. It's the opposite of those sugary breakfasts or pills with names you can't pronounce. It makes you feel like you're in control without needing a medical degree. Over time, this habit may build momentum. Better blood flow can mean clearer thinking, which means better decisions, which often leads to more movement, better food, more energy, and yes, stronger relationships too. One simple ripple starting in your coffee cup that spreads into every part of your day. Now, before we wrap up, let's answer one quick question that comes up all the time. What's the best kind of cocoa to use? Avoid anything labeled Dutch processed or alkalized. Those types are heated and treated to remove the bitter taste, but they also remove many of the beneficial compounds. Look for raw, unsweetened cocoa. It should taste a little bitter, that's a good sign. That means the flavonoids are still intact. You'll find it in most grocery stores, usually near the baking aisle. If it just says 100% cocoa powder and nothing else, you're on the right track. And here's a tip. If you ever find it hard to stir into your coffee, use a fork instead of a spoon. It blends more smoothly that way. Final reminder, don't give up after a few days. Think of this like watering a plant. The first few days, nothing happens. But under the surface, roots are growing. Something real is changing. And set a reminder if you need to. You want this to become a habit, not another forgotten health idea. If even half the men over 60 stuck with this, the difference across our communities would be massive. Imagine fewer pills, fewer awkward moments, fewer nights tossing and turning, more laughter, more confidence, more strength to be present with your partner, your grandkids, and most importantly, yourself. Because aging doesn't mean breaking down. It just means adjusting with smarter fuel. And something as small as cocoa in your coffee? That's smart fuel. But here's the twist. There's one more natural compound just as simple that pairs perfectly with cocoa. Together, they may work even better for nitric oxide, testosterone, and recovery. And chances are, it's been sitting in your fridge all along. We'll break that down in the next video. What to combine with cocoa, when to take it, and why it may be the missing link for so many men. If you're serious about protecting your energy, your confidence, and your performance as you age, don't miss it. Subscribe now and turn on the bell so you know the moment it's live. But for today, start with 1 teaspoon of cocoa in your coffee. Small change, big results. You've got this. And this is just the beginning.